So in the beginning, step number one, this is a great time to do a complete overhaul and really look at what is the technology that I'm using. Do all of these pieces of technology talk to each other? Are they simple or complex? Are they streamlined or are they disjointed? Is your branding strategy and your website in alignment with on all of your different assets, social media channels and so forth? Or does it look like you might be operating multiple companies? So step number one, take a minute, spend some time, go through these things, make sure you have really, really good infrastructure, because everything else in the 12-step roadmap that you do, its efficiencies depend on you getting number one right. And that's something you should look at on a regular basis, not just once, but year over year over year. Continue to evaluate these things and make sure that you're really set up from an infrastructure standpoint, ready to succeed without a ton of redundancies and inefficient processes. Content is the single most important asset that you have working for you in the digital space, on your social media sites, on your website, and so forth. It's as important as your voice as a salesperson. Here are the primary call to action, conversion, and communication systems that you need to consider making sure your website is never without. Number one, the ability to click to call a phone number at the top of your website. You've been to a site, tapped on a number from your phone, and nothing happened. That is frustrating. Number two, the ability to go and fill out the traditional contact us form for a few people who still like to complete that. Number three, the ability to chat with a live agent or a chat bot, depending on what you're set up for, 24/7. Number four, the ability to schedule online, the ability to go to your website, choose from different services, and set up an appointment for next Friday at 2:30 to have a conversation with you about something that they need. Next, the ability to be able to search for products and request more information after they've looked at pricing and or options. So request forms or requesting an on-site visit. The ability to pay a bill. And then finally, the ability to connect with you a little bit more passively. So your passive interactions might be signing up for a newsletter, signing up for text notifications, being able to shoot you a quick text, being able to connect with your social media sites, being able to follow or subscribe, being able to search or subscribe to your RSS feed or your blog. All of these are actions that consumers want to take depending on where they are in their buying process. If they're doing research way in advance, or if they're having an emergency and they need to be able to text somebody right now to be able to get a response quickly, or if they are simply gathering information to be able to make a decision in the future. Regardless of where they are, we need to make sure that you guys have make it easy for consumers to be able to reach you, do business with you, request information, schedule an appointment, get help. If you want to get found for AC service, AC installation, AC repair, AC maintenance, AC tune-up, AC financing, high efficiency air conditioning systems in this city, this city, this city, this city, this city, the strategy then has to change. So typically, you are going to create city pages on your website that help you expand your geographical areas you get found for. One page per city, one page per service, one page per product, one page per manufacturer brand, one page per FAQ. All of these different elements, if they are carefully created inside a single page with a mission to get placed inside the right file drawer so that the right customer searching for it can find it, you've got a winner. Everyone knows getting more reviews is important, but how do you get more reviews and where should you get them? So number one, most important place to get reviews, on Google. So how do you get more Google reviews? Simple. Number one, add it to the header of your website and change your business processes. Is create a behavior that consistently rewards those team members who acquire positive reviews by having your consumers go to Google, drop a review. That can just be a link at the top of your website. Now, if you want to make it even easier and you want to get more reviews and reviews that can not only go on Google, but also could be routed to your website based on different cities that you're doing business, you might want to use an app like Nearby Now. Nearby Now is the only reviews acquisition system at this moment in time that allows schematic markup for each individual review that comes in, which allows us to showcase that the review is for a service called AC installation in a city called blank, whatever the location is. So why does that help you? Placing those reviews on city pages on your website gives you more content on a regular basis that's accompanied with schematic markup that has a review, and it helps your website get found in more locations than your primary location that your physical address is. So how do you get more reviews? Number one, do a great job. Number two, ask for them and utilize a tool such as the link on your website, Nearby Now, or lots of other review tools such as Podium or Review Buzz and so forth. Step number 6 of the 12-step roadmap is social media marketing. This can include Facebook and Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, Pinterest, Twitter, and more. Social marketing is a great way to be able to reach your local community, reach your customers, reach vendors in the local area, to be able to keep your brand out there, keep awareness, to be able to connect to and stay connected to all of your customers and vendors, to be able to generate referrals and advertise and market to those who may have urgent needs or are referring friends and family. Your social media sites have got to stay current. They've got to stay up to date. Now, the types of content that you could or should be posting could be everything from personal things that are happening within your office or new staff. It may be tips, motivational quotes, might be ways to prepare for storms or ways to recover from storms. While SEO seems like it may be a simple process, it's technically very complicated, and every single search phrase in every single city and every single page has a different number of competitive pages, has a different type of competitor, has a different strategy for getting ranked, has a different timeline for becoming something where you have a return on your investment, has different technical capabilities. So bottom line is, when it comes to search engine optimization, you have 5 or 6 key groups all working at the same time. And they're working with the web team and the server team and the page load team and the optimization team. They're working with everyone to try and get each individual page to be the best of all other pages in the same drawer so that you can be visible to consumers who are searching. So the fundamentals of SEO: identifying the key phrase, knowing how many searches are happening on a monthly basis, creating the page that's going to target that, or multiple pages that's going to target that phrase, getting it into the right drawer inside Google, moving it from the back of the drawer to the front of the drawer, and then having the best promotions to get consumers to convert. That's where new business comes from. The reality is, for you, the more pages you have sitting on page 1 of Google for highly searched for terms, the more leads and opportunities you have. The more leads and opportunities you have, the higher your prices can go. The more picky you can be about the customers that you take on, and the bigger profit margins you have in your business. Step number 8 in the 12-step roadmap: paid advertising. This is a combination of pay-per-click, social media advertising, Google local service ads, pay per lead, leads XM, all of these different elements that allow you to be able to create a budget and a campaign, throw some money out there, allow us to go to town and pay for ads that are going to create new customers significantly faster than you could do in social media or with SEO. These advertisements allow us to literally create a campaign, design a landing page, launch that campaign, and within weeks, you can have leads flowing into your business instantaneously. So would I prefer that you have all of your SEO things in place, or at least you're working on that before you start paid ads? Absolutely. But as long as your SEO strategy, your content marketing, your website, as long as the foundations and the nuts and bolts of making sure your business is established online and you've got great assets, pay per click, pay per lead, and your local service ads, this is a great way to be able to build your business. Step number 9 in 12-step roadmap is content marketing. Essentially, this is communicating with every channel and network and group of people wherever they happen to reside. So what does that mean? It essentially means that content creation becomes part of your normal business operations, no different than speaking becomes part of your sales operations. It's hard to sell if you stop talking. Well, it's hard to market online if you're not a content marketing company. Content marketing essentially gathering assets. This may be a combination of you and your agency. So content marketing is as simple as when you hire a new employee, you guys are publishing something on your social media sites that says, welcome Matt, we're excited to have Matt join the team. Or it may be your 50-year anniversary where you post pictures of the picnic with your entire team and their families. Or it might be welcoming a new baby or a new puppy into your office. Content marketing brings you closer to the community. So if you're sponsoring a sports team, or you're helping Habitat for Humanity build a new home, or you just got a great article write-up in a local newspaper, or you were featured on a blog, or you have jobs posted in the local community college, all of these assets need to be shared with the world so that you can, at least with your communities, put out there so other people can find them, and so they see that you're a real player in their community. Content marketing is not just for people, it's also for Google. Google wants to know, are you relevant? That is, do you have content related to what people are looking for? Are you trusted? That is, do you have backlinks and reviews and social shares and likes and interaction? And are you current? And currency is the frequency of new content being published. You stop talking, you stop selling. You stop content marketing, you stop generating new business. So making sure that your content marketing strategy, your website, your social channels, your video channels, that they are alive and well and kicking, and you are constantly feeding them new information. This can be easily accomplished with a good SEO strategy, with a blogging and content marketing strategy, combined with you and your team looking at your business like a documentarian. Take pictures at every event, document every great thing that happens, and create a legacy that's going to work now and forever and in the future. One of the most neglected assets of any business is their current database. These are people that you probably spent a lot of time and money and energy, or burned through a lot of shoes trying to acquire in the first place, only to go into a database, turn into a customer, and then be neglected thereafter. This is where email marketing, text marketing, client appreciation programs becomes really important. Specifically speaking of email marketing, your existing database needs some attention. Now, no one wants to be blasted with a ton of unnecessary emails, but having the appropriate email sent to the appropriate people at the appropriate time could really, really help you maximize your customer retention, referral, add-on service and replacement services, and really continue to grow your business from the inside out. When it comes to video, you got to get those FAQs out of the way. You got to make sure that all of the questions that you guys are fielding on a regular basis become something that is permanently recorded, an asset that is easily accessible, and that has been optimized for people to be able to find it without your team having to spend mass amounts of hours in labor hours answering those same questions. You also want to make it so that it's easy for your team to be able to find those videos, be able to capture that link, send it over to somebody who may have a question. The second way to look at video is a way to boost your overall optimization by getting consumers to stick around on your website longer to get some of those answers to those questions. When you create a video, post it in YouTube, you have an asset that's sitting out there inside a channel that the longer it exists, the more it's promoted, the more views it gets. Compare that to something like TV, where you spend 20 grand on a campaign. As soon as that campaign's over, the video comes off television and is never seen again. For much less from an investment standpoint in time and money and resources, you have the ability to create a permanent asset, put it in YouTube, optimize it so people can find it. Then you can take that video, put it on your website. What happens when a consumer sits on your website and watches a 2-minute tutorial or explanational video of how to choose the best heating and air conditioning company, or when they should repair or replace, or what is inverter technology and why is it important to them, or why does IAQ matter, or what are we doing to improve air quality inside homes or restaurants or offices? All of these different things that consumers are asking, they're searching for online and they're looking for answers. When you put that 2-minute video or 1-minute video on a page on your website, they hit play and they sit. That increases time on page. The higher the time on page on each one of your pages on your website, Google says, this must be a really valuable page. Consumers, traffickers, users are visiting that page and sitting around for literally 2 minutes on this page. I'm going to give this a little more credence and I'm going to move this up the searches. Once you have this asset, what else can you do with it? You can throw it out on your social media sites. In fact, we can schedule it so it comes out every single April, every single year, and you don't even need to ever worry about it again. Throw some text that says, hey, it's April, here are some air conditioning tips to reduce allergies as spring is coming around the corner. Here's some things you can do, or IAQ things you can do in your home, right? So you can automate marketing strategies to make sure that that content is coming out at the perfect time, perfect season, and it's going out to all of your channels. In fact, it can go out to many channels all at the same time. Now, a lot of people get stuck in video and they think, this is expensive, I can't afford it. Absolutely you can. The majority of every single manufacturer and distributor has mass amounts of videos that are in libraries that they wish you would use. Those videos can be downloaded. Our team can throw a bumper on it, a beginning and an end that talks about your company, has your phone number, a link to your website, even attach a promotion. Those videos can be exported, modified, edited, and then reloaded into your own YouTube channels. So these videos now become assets that you can use for your business. You've taken advantage of very professional, high quality video that someone else already put all of the budget into. We've optimized it for your business by adding bumpers on the beginning and end of that video. Now it's in your channel, posted on your social media sites, available on your website. Now you're utilizing someone else's marketing dollars to improve your company. These are just some of the easy things that can be done. Utilizing pictures, AI, whiteboard videos. There's a whole host of ways that you can utilize videos to improve operations, increase your reach, and increase your overall opportunities as far as new lead generation and customer loyalty. So don't leave out video when it comes to creating your marketing strategy. Over time, as you master the 12-step roadmap and you achieve each one of your goals in each one of the different steps, eventually you're going to come to the end. And in the end, step 12, you're concentrating on building a moat around your entire client base, building a structure that keeps all of those customers from ever going to Google again. Now your business has grown, you've developed relationships and third-party relationships with other vendors and providers. You've probably developed an amazing network of other providers who can help with everything that you don't do. So when you go on a job and you're working on air conditioning, or you're on a job working on plumbing or electrical, and they happen to need somebody to redo their floors or their countertops or their roofs, or install a new circuit breaker outside, or some landscaping or pool services, you probably have a pretty amazing network of people that are in your neighborhood that you trust. Now, creating a referral network is an amazing way to be able to build your business. Building a mobile app is an amazing way to keep your company in the palm of every one of your customers' hands. And when you combine both, you now have the ability to create a team of resources that are all promoting a single app that provides a local directory service, a local list of companies that have been vetted, that have worked together for years, that your customers and their customers can trust because it came from a local referral from someone who they already know, love, and trust. I'd like to invite you to take a minute, sit down for a complimentary strategy session with our team. Give us this opportunity to learn a little bit about you, your business, where you are, where you want to go, so our team of experts can help you create a clear roadmap and define exactly how to accomplish those goals faster. I'm confident that once you spend some time with our team, you'll see that CI Web Group is the clear choice.